Hello, I am making this video log to explain to you how a once kind and beneficent trans advocate became a mean, evil, murdering TERF who deserves to die in a fire, because that is what happened to me. I used to be so nice. I marched in all the trans marches, and I went to the Transgender Days of Remembrance, and I wrote to Congress urging them to pass a trans-inclusive ENDA, which I still support, even though I'm an evil TERF. I was great. And then something terrible happened. I found out, which had never occurred to me, that trans women, some, think that they are female. Never crossed my mind that trans women thought that they were female, because trans woman by definition is male. You know, you can't be both female and a trans woman. You can be female and a trans man, but you can't be female and a trans woman. I thought that was common sense, but I found out that I am not allowed to say that, because if I say that, I'm committing literal violence. I could drive thousands of people to their deaths just by saying that. And there are other things I found out I'm not allowed to say. I'm not allowed to say that female biology is central to women's oppression, that the reason women are oppressed is because of our biology. Only female human beings can get pregnant and give birth. All human beings come from female bodies, and most males get a lot of sexual pleasure from female bodies, and our reproductive role makes us physically vulnerable and very easy to bully and easy to control. And I just took it for granted that people understood that it's our biology, our biological differences that lead to women being oppressed by men. But I've been told that that's violence. That's not true. I'm not allowed to say that. That the reason women are oppressed by men is because of our lady brains, because women are naturally submissive and nurturing, and we like to wear pink, and we like to wear lipstick, and it's because of our lady brains, and that's why we're oppressed by men, which is complete bullshit to any thinking person. But I'm not allowed to say that because I can kill people by saying that. It's female biology. Women are oppressed because of female biology. Trans women are oppressed for very different reasons from the reasons that women are oppressed. It's a different type of oppression. But that makes me a TERF because I know this, because I say this. So I'm not only not allowed to say that female biology is central to women's oppression, I'm not allowed to say that men can't get pregnant. I'm not allowed to say that abortion is a women's rights issue. Not allowed to say that. I'm not even supposed to say pregnant women. I'm supposed to say pregnant people. Because if I say pregnant women, I'm erasing all the men throughout history who have gotten pregnant and given birth. Well, I'm not going to say pregnant people, because to me that's the all lives matter of reproductive rights. It's ridiculous. It erases an axis of oppression. Only women can get pregnant. I'm sorry. In all of human history, not one male human being has ever gotten pregnant or given birth. It never happens. And if you have gotten pregnant and given birth, that's a really big clue that you're female. A really big clue. But I'm not allowed to say that, because if I say that, I'm literally killing people. I'm killing them. It's literal violence. It's bad. Another thing I'm not allowed to say, that gender self-declaration is extremely dangerous for society's most vulnerable women and girls. Extremely dangerous. Our Justice Department doesn't think so. Our Justice Department thinks that gender self-declaration is a civil right, and any man anywhere in this country should be able to, just by declaring himself a woman, gain access to women's restrooms, locker rooms, shower rooms, shelters, anywhere he wants to go. Through gender self-declaration, women are no longer allowed to set boundaries with males. We know we have lost that right. We can no longer have that right. Gotta let them in. We can't say no. This pretty much decimates Title IX, this gender self-declaration, because if any boy can say, hey, I'm a girl, I'm going to play on the girls' team, okay, well, we're not allowed to say no. It's not going to be very helpful to women in girls' sports, but, you know, we got to put the guys first. You know, we got to think of the males. That's what really matters. That's how we were raised. So, but I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say that gender self-declaration is extremely damaging to women and girls. Let's see. Oh, another thing I'm not allowed to say. A lot of things I'm not allowed to say. I'm not allowed to say that there's no such thing as a female penis. No such thing. And there isn't. I mean, I don't care if your penis is covered in sparkles and squirts pink lemonade. It is not female. The penis is a male sex organ. It's a male sex organ. It's not female. I'm not allowed to say that. And here's a clue. If you're a trans woman and you want to be taken seriously as a woman, don't go all over social media talking about your penis. Don't wag it around on Instagram. Don't make big signs saying, I'm a woman with a penis, get over it. Because you know what? When you do that, you make all trans women look like perverts. You really do. You make them all look, your whole community look like a bunch of cross-dressing male creeps. And I don't think that's fair. You know, I really don't think that's fair. But that's what you're doing. And another thing, if you're a trans woman with a penis, leave lesbians alone. They don't want you. Lesbians don't like penises. They don't like them. By definition, that's why they're lesbians. For most lesbians around the world, their lives would be a lot easier and safer if they did like penises. So, you know, they're already taking big social risks by claiming their sexual orientation and saying no to penises, and you have no right to interfere with that. Stay away, leave them alone. Okay? Leave lesbians alone. Okay. Another thing I want to say on that note, stop with the emotional blackmail. Stop telling women that you're going to kill yourself if we don't acknowledge that or lie to you and tell you that you're female. You're not female. You know, if you're so fragile that you need people to tiptoe around you and lie to you, then you need some really serious mental health care. You need to take responsibility for that. If you're that fragile that you're going to kill yourself because somebody might point out biological reality to you, that's on you. That's your responsibility. That's not my responsibility. That's not other women's responsibility. We don't owe that to you. We don't owe it to you to lie to you about our lives so you won't kill yourself. That's yours. That belongs to you. That does not belong to us. So let's see. What I really want to talk about is women's happiness. You know, we female human beings go through all kinds of hell every day. We really don't need to be taking care of trans women's feelings. We need to start taking care of our own feelings and our own rights, because we're pretty much being bulldozed, and we've been getting bulldozed for about 10,000 years. So, you know, I'm not going to be going to any more trans marches, and I'm not going to be going to any more transgender days of remembrance, because you know what I want people to remember? I want people to remember that by the end of this day, in the United States alone, 4 women will be murdered by a husband or boyfriend by the end of this day. 4 women. I want people to remember that a woman in the sex trade is 18 times more likely to be murdered than other women of her same race and class background. 18 times more likely. And if you want to know the real reason why so many trans women are getting murdered, it's because there's a high percentage of trans women in the sex trade. So if you want to save trans women's life, fight pimps and sex buyers, because they're the ones killing trans women. They're doing it, not women like me. We're not responsible for that. So fight for a trans inclusive agenda so trans women don't have to resort to the sex trade to survive, if you really care about trans women's lives. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I would just like you to stop these cowardly attacks on female human beings, formerly known as women, still known as women. We are women, We're the women. We're the ones, not you. You're males. You're trans women. You got your own set of problems. They're different from ours. God bless you. But you don't get to steamroll us or make your issues and your rights more important than the rights and the issues of female human beings. So anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.